And welcome back to the show, everyone. I've got third Laguna Hills Mutual update with our good friend Riza Carmini, first vice president. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me here.
Of course. You've got a lot of important talking points. They might be rather boring talking points, but you know what? It keeps people out of trouble in the long run.
This is a very important topic
because really is.
People don't realize it till something happened.
Exactly.
And then the financial side of it even worse.
It is.
Not only they have problem living in the unit because they have things going on, a lot of work, and then the cost of it, and they have to pay. It's important when it happens.
Right.
When you don't know about it, it's okay. Oh, what are we talking about? But when it happens, people are really upset all the time. So.
Yeah, well, it's highly disruptive, as you just mentioned.
Exactly.
It's a financial strain. I mean, there's just nothing good that comes after the fact. So what are we talking about?
We're talking about, how to prevent moisture intrusion. What is things that the members, the owner can do in order to help themselves and, prevent that from happening. It's not 100%, but is 95%. I take it any time.
Right.
So I just tell you a little bit about the cost of it. The average cost in 2025 per event was over $4,000.
That's
we had more than $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 damage because these things you don't realize some of these leaks until it's too late.
Right.
Because the source of them are different. There are different sources. For example, if you have altered your refrigerator and you have ice maker, the line goes behind ice maker. Usually it's Teflon and it might bend and leak, and you don't see that.
You don't.
And especially if on your second floor, and this leak going little by little, then the first floor that see it, they're gonna let you know. By that time, it's too late.
Too late. And you're getting mold probably
because of
inside the walls.
Absolutely. They're all, and then just when you do that, then you have to do the asbestos, you have to do the mold, all of those costs.
So in addition to fixing the plumbing,
exactly,
you've got all of these extra costs that are stacked on top of it.
Correct. And that's why it's trying to say that there are ways that you can kind of prevent these things from happening by routine inspection. When you're home, you go to the bathroom, make sure you check around your toilet and see if there is, moisture or around the valve that goes in. We call it the, T-valve that goes into the toilet for the tank. And check those things out on routine basis. When you're there, just check them out. Under your sink, check them out. Behind your refrigerator, you got a chance, check them out. Some people might not be able physically to do that. There are handyman that they can get for a small amount of money. They come every year or something and check things for them, let them know. One of the worst one is the toilet base. Toilet sits on a couple of rings.
Right.
And they get worn over a period of time, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, depends on how many. If they put two, that's much better. If there is one, that's problem. And then when it leaks, you don't see it much. You might see a little moisture. If you have a moisture reader next to it, you might see it. Other than that, you just go down. If you're on second floor, people on first floor are recipient of that. And by the time they're gonna call you, oh my God, there is mold, there is problem, there is, and then.
Because that slow leak over time really
and most of
damage.
these things are alteration. In turn, when you do alteration, your toilet, your shower, your refrigerator, all of that, if that's the cause of problem, at the cause of moisture intrusion, the cost goes to the owner to fix it. If it damaged the HOA property, which is, when we talk about HOA property, your unit from paint in is all your responsibility. In the wall, all the walls, everything is HOA's property. So if it's damaged, a lot of members say, well, we're going to bring somebody. No, you can't. We have a contractor. We have approved contractor that works on mutual property. So we have to call them. We have to call those people, come in and do it. They have to do it properly. They have to do the disposal. They have to do asbestos. They have to do the mold. They have to take care of the property. And those are the things that people need to get themselves familiar with. This is not the first time we're talking about this. We put it in the breeze. We talk about it in the town hall. But still, we need to get this message across.
Okay, so just to reiterate the point, make sure that I understand it, and hopefully our viewers understand it as well. You mentioned from the paint in is the property owner's responsibility.
Yeah.
So basically from that piece of sheetrock out would be to the exterior
HOA.
would be the HOA.
If that is damaged by the alteration that the owner did.
By the inside alteration.
Yeah, like the toilet, like the shower, like the refrigerator. Then HOA have a contractor to work on that.
Right. But that still falls
and
on the homeowner's responsibility.
And then it falls on the members to pay for that.
Okay.
That's the member's responsibility.
Okay.
So for that purpose, we always talk about, on the financial side, what to do. We encourage everyone to buy what is called insurance called HO6. That covers HO6 insurance.
HO6.
Yeah,
okay.
that covers everything inside your unit, and you want to make sure that it covers incidental, all of that. Some of those even have, if you cannot live in your unit because of the damage, they put you somewhere else and they pay for you. So your insurance depends on what you buy. We encourage people to have that in order to minimize the impact of the financial side of it.
Absolutely.
It depends what you buy. Some people buy $2,000 or $3,000 deductible, but that's up to the individual. But having that gives you peace of mind, financially.
So Riza, you gave us an average moisture intrusion cost, right? But how many actual units were affected? If you can sort of give us a ballpark figure in 25.
We have the COVID, when COVID happened in 2021 to 2023, almost 2023, we pretty much were paralyzed here. We didn't have people working here. So when the moisture intrusion happened, we had to, we got it fixed, but we didn't have people to process and get back to the members. So we are behind. We are right now, we're catching up and we're reaching to almost, we're done with 2024, we're getting to 2025 now. So on average, on a yearly basis, we get probably a couple hundred plus.
Wow.
And it can go from $1,000 to $20,000, $30,000. Depends on the amount of damage that is done.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying. People, to prevent that is beneficial to them. And a lot of people say, oh, if I use my insurance, I'm gonna, they're gonna cut up. Well, do the preventive work. Yeah. Try to be
much easier than dealing with insurance companies.
That's the best you can do to prevent it.
Yeah, all right. Well, you talked a little bit about inspect and maintain, but I want to make sure we go through this slide so people can get a visual as well. So you're talking about, of course, the plumbing, supply lines, drains, fixtures,
drain
sinks,
lines,
tubs.
sinks, appliances, window. These are the things that, window is another thing. Window, when they put the new window in, they have to caulk around it.
Yes.
Even when they caulk it, it dries up in the dry, hot weather and all of that.
Sure.
Every year or every other year, they have to go and check that caulking and make sure it's not cracked.
Right.
Because if it is, then the next rain, things are gonna go in. And you don't see it till, the damage is done.
Right.
So yeah, those are the kind of maintenance things that you can do, and be proactive. That's what they're trying to say. Proactive with it.
So speaking of proactive, if we've got some snowbirds in the village and they come and go, they can protect their manor while they're away.
And that's what we talk about if you're leaving for extended period of time, there are a couple of things you can do. Either you can cut off the water to the main sources like water heater or your toilet, because Or
no reason
we
to keep those on.
encouraging people when they do remodeling or even without doing that, some plumbing work, that they put shut-off valve for their unit, because our cluster unit has only one shut-off valve for the whole cluster, like 6, 8. So if you turn it off, all of them turns off.
Right.
But if you put one on your unit, then you can go shut that one off, and you're protected and you're not impacting anybody else. That shut-off valve,
relatively
we're
easy.
encouraging people to do that. That, if they do remodeling or they do some plumbing work, talk to your plumber about putting a shut-off valve for whole unit, not to be dependent on just one. Because when the water intrusion happens, people call security. Security goes in there, goes under the crawl space underneath, and shut off the valve. Mm-hmm. That's for the whole unit and then plumber comes in, fix things, and then they turn it on. But if you have your own shut-off valve, you can immediately, as soon as something happens, you realize something's happening, you can do that. Or if you go for the extended period of time leaving the unit, you do that. If you don't have any of those, and you are not cutting the water to the whole unit or to the those appliances, then you just ask a friend or neighbor to periodically check it out for you. Mm-hmm. That prevent problem for you. So.
Well, even inside the unit, they can still turn the water off to the toilet.
Yes, they can do that. Yeah.
Right, or the ice maker, or
ice maker, toilet, and the water heater.
Yes,
you can
that's a big
turn
one.
those off.
That's a big one.
Yeah, those are the things that you can, be, as I said, keep saying proactive with it. So you minimize the damage. And as I said, most of these leaks are sneaky. They're little. I mean, they're pinhole somewhere and going for months. Yes. And that's where the mold comes, and that's where the other issue comes. And then by the time you get there, wow.
I know this from a personal experience, and I don't even know what made me think about pulling the refrigerator out. It's in a built-in cavity, so it's not easy, and
that's what they said. Maybe you hire someone, on a yearly basis. You do on your AC. People come in and check your AC every year, make sure that the drainage is open and the compressor working. If you have someone that can do a handyman come check things out for you and make sure that you're good, it probably worth that hour of the handyman to check things out for you.
Well,
it's a suggestion.
I mean, it's super important, because when I did get that refrigerator pulled out, it was probably 9, 10 o'clock at night, and I found myself running to CVS to get a box of bleach, because the wall and the back of the refrigerator was green. And I thought, I had no idea there was a leak.
Well,
for how long? So to your point.
Those are exactly what we're talking about.
Luckily, it didn't cost me $4,000. It cost me, $15, $20 in bleach and materials. Yeah. But still, that's.
But if you just imagine if you left it for another 6 months or a year.
No, I couldn't even imagine. No.
Probably start having some, the health issue because of the things.
For sure.
Those things can happen.
Absolutely. So, folks, check all your plumbing, your faucets, sinks, supply lines, drains, gasket, toilet, bidets, shower, everything. And then also we need to touch on checking the appliances. The water heaters, as you've mentioned, the washing machines. We haven't touched on that. Yeah. Of course, the dishwashers, refrigerators.
The other thing, washing machine, if you have washing machine, the drain goes into a drain that goes down, and that you just put it in there. Some people don't tie it and it's loose. When the washing machine works and goes into the spin, they shake that little tube, and it might be misplaced and is in the corner somewhere, and it's spraying water out. It doesn't go all the way to the drain because it shook out, and the hookup that goes in there for the drainage might be a little bit loose, and you spray water everywhere, and you don't see that.
Right.
It's on the side, or you don't pay attention.
Sure.
And that has happened before. And, those are the things that you need to really be observant.
Exactly.
For your own protection.
Exactly. One thing we haven't touched on, again, is the roof and the exterior.
Well, the roof, if you do penetration in the roof, for example, your solar and the solar panel or solar tube, those are alteration. Is the responsibility of the member. The roof itself, if there is no alteration, the roof belongs to HOA. If there is problem, we go and fix it. But if we go and see that you put the solar tube in there and it's leaking around it, all of those damage is responsibility of the owner. Right. We fix it. Right. We have a roofer, which is a approved roofer, and they fix the things for us. So, yeah, those are, but roof, if there's no alteration, belong to HOA. We should take care of it. If there's problem, just call, we'll go there and fix it.
Marissa, how can you tell if, let's say there is an exterior intrusion somehow of water, maybe it's a sprinkler, something, maybe it is a roof leak, and it has left a discoloration, but you don't really see that changing.
Okay.
Is that something that you should still address?
I think you should call the HOA. They go there, they check it out, and they'll let you know what the problem is. They let you know either is HOA issue or the member has done something. They do the investigation and they let you know. But just let it be there doesn't help. If there is something and you don't investigate, then it might get worse. But if you call it in, I say I have discoloration here, they go and look at it and let you know that this is probably something in the wall and it belongs to the HOA, we're gonna fix it. Or they can say, no, you did some alteration here, this tubing that comes out is yours. And I mean, they will investigate.
Or it could be also that they say, yeah, you know what, this
or
is
the roof leaks,
old, this is nothing to worry about anymore. It
Absolutely,
has been,
absolutely.
It has been.
They will do that, yeah.
Okay,
Absolutely.
great. And also, Reza, there's a lot of information here. There's a lot of things to look out for, a lot of things to be aware of. It could potentially be overwhelming. Do you know of any type of service that would offer to go into these manners and basically do a checklist of everything that we're talking about, just so that the homeowner can have a little peace of mind?
Yeah, HOA doesn't provide a checklist of going in there. We, that go in there and check things out, the alteration and all of that. That's what I said at the beginning. Maybe is on a yearly basis, the manner, or if there is a lot of alteration, they get somebody to come in and do it for them. It's like inspection. When you buy a house, they go and inspect everything, right, and they can do the inspection for you. I'll check that with the MNC, see if there's something out there that we might be able to provide. But as I'm sitting here, we don't provide that service of going in there and doing 20-point, unless they're selling the unit.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. Well, then if that's not readily available, then we can always turn to tech, right?
Yeah.
So tech can also provide added protection.
Yeah, that's,
Tell us how that's available.
There are these devices that, that you can buy, it's at Costco. I mean, not Costco, the Home Depot. Maybe Costco have it too.
In a pack of 7.
But they sell you 10 of them.
Well, you might need it actually. Put them all over the house.
Yeah, these are the moisture detector pretty much, and some of them can be hooked up to a smart valve closing, because when they detect moisture, they can signal and close, your water supply.
Wow.
But there are different types. There are more expensive ones, there are cheaper ones. And if you put one of these next to your toilet, if the base of toilet leaks, it picks up the moisture.
And what does it just sound an alarm?
Yeah, and it shows that there is a moisture, and either beep or signal, or And for water heater and toilet, under the sink, behind your refrigerator, those are the places that are sneaky. And you're not watching, as you said, you don't go and pull the refrigerator every day. Yeah. But if one of them there, and you used to go there and see beeping behind the refrigerator, something's happening.
Exactly.
So yeah, those are devices that are available. Individual can go buy it and use it to their benefit, just like
and they don't take time off. They're 24/7, right?
Yeah, they're Make sure you have the batteries.
Exactly. All right, let's quickly go through wrap this up with the warning signs. We've got water stains, as we mentioned, ceilings, walls, or floor, peeling paint, musty or damp odors, mold, mildew growth, that's a given.
Any of these signs you see, you pay attention to it. Don't just let it go.
Don't let it go.
Because it doesn't cost you that much to investigate and look at it. It might save you a lot of money.
Right.
Because if it's your responsibility and it gets out of hand, that damages HOA property.
Right.
And that's why, it's all about people be safe, people be observant, and also not to, spend a lot of money if they can take care of things ahead of time.
Right. So I like this, maintain the HO6 insurance
Yeah,
policy.
the insurance is very important. Although I know there are, issues with the insurance in California, all of that, I leave that to the individual, discuss with their insurance company, but that's a different issue.
All right, Reza. Well, thank you so much
for joining us today. Thank you very much. Thank you for having me here. And this is available also if anybody calls TV6,
Okay.
they can get they can have that also if they want.
Great tips and pointers in here. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
We'll
Appreciate that. Thank you. You have a great day.
Okay. Coming up next, we'll take a look at the weekend's movie previews. Stay with me.